I saw my own death from across the room. A Reddit tale. This happened last year and I still can't get it out of my head. I was in the hospital after a routine surgery. Nothing serious. They were just removing my gallbladder. Everything was supposed to go smoothly. I woke up in my bed feeling fine, but about an hour later I suddenly became very cold. My head started spinning, and my heart felt like it was about to jump out of my chest. I told the nurse that something was wrong, and that's the last thing I remember. The next thing I recall is watching everything happening from the corner of the room. I saw myself lying on the bed, pale as a corpse, nurses rushing in, alarms going off. One of the nurses started doing chest compressions on me. Another one was calling the resuscitation team. I remember thinking, oh God, I'm dying. But there was no panic. I felt strangely calm, detached. As if it wasn't me laying there, just an empty shell. I heard them shouting numbers, calling my name, even yelling things like, "We're losing him." But I just watched. I even looked down at my hands and realized I didn't have any. I was just a consciousness floating in space, like it was an incredibly vivid dream, the most realistic one I've ever had. Then things got even stranger. I felt a bizarre pull, not like someone grabbed me, but more like gravity suddenly shifted in a different direction, like I was about to be pulled upward to somewhere I couldn't understand. And right before it happened, I heard a completely calm voice in my head say, "Not yet." The next thing I remember is waking up abruptly with a mask on my face, gasping for air like I'd been underwater. My chest hurt terribly from the compressions. It turned out I had been clinically dead for almost 2 minutes. My heart had completely stopped during that time. But somehow I came back. I didn't tell people what I saw, at least not at first. But I'll tell you this. During those 2 minutes, I felt more alive than at any other moment in my life. And whatever I was, it wasn't nothing. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know what I saw.